Antler checking in says, hey Ed, nice do. Thank you, Antler. Bacchus checking in. And it was time I got my hair cut. So, something I was going to do. Oh, I think I remember what it was. Bacchus seems to approve of the haircut. He says, dead sexy. Thank you, Bacchus. I keep telling Mrs. Mustafa how lucky she is to have a catch like me for a husband, but she seems skeptical. And I see my big giant head. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Adventures After Dark. I'm your host. I'm Big Ed Mustafa. And tonight, we are going to be running around on my runekeeper, I almost said Lariana. Mandalinia. Lariana is a friend of mine who also streams Lotro, so we'll start with a couple of shout-outs. One of which is Lariana. I just raided Lariana, so that was one of the reasons why he was top of mind. And of course, flattery will get you everywhere. We will shout out Bacchus, who's also been streaming some Lord of the Rings online lately. Always a good thing. You are welcome for the shout out, Bacchus. So, funny thing happened a few weeks ago. I decided that our Wednesday night group for Adventures on Evernight was about ready to do Remmer Chant, the Sheila braid. And I said, you guys better get ready. And I'm the last person to be ready to go. I still haven't hit level 130. And Freelancer and Gore made up the gap and surpassed me very quickly. And I confess to the group that I've probably been spending more time doing World of Warship dailies than Lord of the Rings dailies. So shame on me. My own fault I'm not level 130, geared up and ready to go for Shelob. Antler says, for shame, Ed. I know. I'm a terrible person. And let's see what we got for task items. I'd like to get rid of these branches. Let's turn in petrified branches. Got a lot of petrified branches. Ooh, look at me go. Friend to the Elves of Belgoth. More Lotro points, please. Although I'm on my main account tonight, not the new free-to-play account I created back in March, so yeah, Lotro points aren't really a problem. Antler knows all about shameful behavior, having dropped you for the fundraiser air show. It doesn't make any sense to me either, Bacchus. Why would you live minutes away from the greatest RC air show in the Midwest and you just chillax at home on Labor Day instead of coming out to the air show and supporting the children? I don't know. I have no explanation for that, but I am enjoying ribbing Antler about it. I had 3 news crews covering the event. The Omaha police thanked me for having them out to the event after they landed their helicopter. Antler couldn't be bothered to join us. Okay. That's alright. I know a lot of Lord of the Rings Online players are fearful of sunlight. And that just might be the problem with Antler. It's tough to say. Moldy skin. Prismatic carapaces. It'd be greatest if I just had 10 of something I could turn in. I don't see anything obvious though. A lot of ancient sword sheaths. We'll turn in some of those. And that should be 10 out of 10 task items turned in. Yep. Turn your task items in every day, boys and girls. They are good and good for you. I got 10 Litro points for doing my task item turn-ins today. And a new title. Reputation change. One of the other things I wanted to do tonight. My friend Zinger has been kind enough to send me, for reasons even I can't explain. I don't know why I'm still working on Camp of the Host faction turn-ins, but I can't not, it's a completionist thing. I can't not fill in my reputation bars. It just drives me nuts to not have them done. Goodness gracious, Zinger. You've outdone yourself. Thank you. That stuff will keep. I've actually been trying to burn through scrolls and food. He sent me some Gundabad crafting stuff. So, fastest way to get to the camp of the host.
What can I do for you?
I think it's going to be Midsommar Menace. Dump the food? No way. Maybe you can't buy stuff for other people in the store. I'd very happily send you a task item carry-all or two. Those are expensive. Plus, I don't think they're available all the time. Here's a regular stable master. Here we go. We ride for Osgiliath after the battle. Udoon foothold, then ride back. Well, that works too. Do you have a return to Udoon Port? I do. But this was completely free. I did not burn any of my travel skills to do this. I'd used my travel to the Udoon Foothold camp, then I wouldn't be able to use any of my milestones for an hour. So, tonight, we're going to hit the heavy stuff. I've got a strawberry apple venom. It's 0 sugar. It's delicious. And it's in the new style can. And the snack of choice? White cheddar Cheez-It Grooves. Neither product sponsors me. They probably should. In fact, my guy Marty at Smedge's Snacks tells me I'm the only person buying the venom. I had to talk to his local distributor about a sponsorship deal. We could give away some Venom swag or t-shirts, build some product awareness. Maybe I should pursue that, since the Coca-Cola company doesn't seem to be helping me out, despite I've probably sold more Coke Zero for them than all of their television ads combined. And it is a delicious, refreshing, and crisp product. Antler is also enjoying white cheddar Cheez-Its right now. It's proof my influence has helped sell white cheddar Cheez-Its as well as Coke Zero and Venom. Although I don't know anybody else who's tried Venom. I might be the only person in the United States drinking Venom energy drinks. If you're going to drink zero sugar energy drinks, it's the most delicious I've found. Corbin Kid says, I just finished a Coke Zero, so your royalty should be arriving soon in the mail. Well, thank you, Corbin Kid. Again, another example of the power of my influence over the public who want to know how to play Lotro free to play and what they should be snacking on and drinking while they play. I might be the brokest influencer in all of social media. That is okay. Bacchus, after I get this junk turned in, I'm probably going to be heading out to do some more level 129 questing. If you want to join me, let me know. If any of the other members of Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves are out there and you want to join me, let me know. I haven't seen any signs of hard hit yet, but I might have timed him out and just forgotten about it. I don't think so, though. I'm going to keep track of that stuff. Weird, I can't get into voice chat. Antler, I generally restrict Lotro stream voice chat just for people who I am playing with at the time, so that is not unexpected. I've had incidents where friends of mine have popped in while I'm on Lotro stream and like just started talking about random computer hardware stuff and just completely derailed the stream for like an hour and a half at a time. And that's why I've got a special voice channel just for Lotro stream. You had been permitted on it previously because we'd been questing and doing Lotro stream stuff. Like when we went to Sarner, which I think we still have to finish up at some point. We haven't found that pesky Northpaw. Northpaw will get his comeuppance, but today is not that day. This is why it's so important as a free-to-play player to have snacks handy so you've got something to do while you're taking the stable master's horse. And the nice part about North Athelion is it's a fairly scenic ride. That's a good thing. Baka says, I would love to, but I'm stuck in the dark on a laptop at the moment. My power will be back in about 75 minutes or so. Yeah, I do expect to still be around in 75 minutes, hence the caffeine intake. Totally understand it, and appreciate you hanging out and watching the stream. Oath of the Rangers. Minas Morgul Crafting Guild. What else we got here? Tales of the Bright Company. My quest log is a mess. That's something else I need to clean up at some point. Let's see
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
if I can actually make some of my own task items here. Norian Cooking, Host of the West, Beggarlad Provisions. I've got the mushrooms. Oh, I don't have my black barley flour on me. If I pick it up, I don't think I would have enough room to do the cooking anyway. But we'll just go turn in some of this stuff. That can be what gets you to 130, is wiping the quest log. Problem is, when you complete a quest, you usually get another quest. Like assisting the herbalists. I'm a jeweler, I need a workbench. Pay attention, Ed. Here we go. Polished onyx. I don't have any Daggerlad onyx. That's pretty funny, I must have ditched all that. Okay, never mind. Go turn in the stuff Zinger sent me and I'll quit outsmarting myself. So let's see where I'm at rep-wise. Well, I'm pretty close on weapons.
The Rangers will not surrender us, Gilioth.
Move that over so you guys can see the numbers flash by. Now, there's a particular problem with this client. I cannot use a whole stack at once. If I hold down Alt and right-click, nothing happens. Not because I'm on Linux, not because... There we are. My reputation has advanced. It's just a thing that happens. Billion infused essence box. I can't think of anything I would rather have less. Is it bound to account? I guess I'll save it then. We'll work on the armor next just for fun.
We must protect Gondor at all cost.
A lot of dang clicking. I'm grateful to Zinger for putting in the time to let me do this. There we are. More rep advancement. There's hard hit. Hi, hard hit.
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
Apparently Ithilien is crawling with foes. Ponton Finberry checking in. Hello, Ponton. Though I have not yet had a chance to see an episode of Rings of Power, but Ponton and Zinger both said that they were quite happy with it. I imagine Mrs. M and I will probably pick up a streaming service or two once winter weather sets in and we're inside a lot more. I haven't really watched anything, even regular TV. I've had an opportunity to pick up some really lucrative overtime hours at work, so I've been putting in an extra 10 or 12 hours a week over the last several weeks, and it's been very financially rewarding. But hasn't left a lot of time for television or movies. In fact, I've had a Netflix DVD sitting out on the entertainment center for a couple of weeks. I don't even remember what it is. Started watching the newest season of Peaky Blinders. Haven't watched Ozark. Yeah, it's been mostly work and the Airplane Club and video games. And of course, tending to Mrs. Mustafa every want and need. Somewhere along the line here recently, I got demoted from husband to personal valet. So I'll come home after working, 10 straight hours, and then all of a sudden it's like, bring me some Diet Dew and a glass with 3 ice cubes. It's like, yes, my liege. Don't dare refuse her, because she'll murder me in my sleep. But she's just had a lot of things she wanted me to help her with. Cotton Finberry is eating waffle cone ice cream. That is awesome. Fun fact, the ice cream cone was invented at, I believe, the World's Fair. It was a very hot day, and the guy selling waffles was not getting very much business, and the ice cream vendor ran out of cups. And so they worked out a deal where the waffle vendor would make waffle cones for the ice cream, and they would split the sales. That's what they mean by necessity is the mother of invention. Cotton causes a rain of waffles to descend upon Twitch chat. We can't talk about waffles too much, or Mrs. M will make me drive to Lincoln so she can get a waffle from Bonwich Cafe. There's a Vietnamese restaurant that sells. They've got like 20 different varieties of banh mi, the Vietnamese sandwich, and they sell these waffles that are green. They have a plant extract in them that colors them, but they use coconut milk in the batter. And they just serve them fresh off the waffle iron with a little powdered sugar on them. They are fantabulous. Mrs. Mustafa looks for reasons for us to drive to Lincoln just so we can go hit some of the Vietnamese restaurants on 27th Street. There are a bunch of terrific ones. Buff Factory, Bonwich Cafe, and I just like 4 or 5 of them all in this little section of 27th Street in Lincoln, and every one of them we've eaten at have been great. You do not have a Vietnamese restaurant near you, petition the city council to drive Applebee's or TGI Fridays out of your town and replace it with a Vietnamese restaurant immediately. Vietnamese food is absolutely terrific. And tomorrow is my last day at my current job. And one of the guys I work with is Filipino, and I have been working him hard ever since I started there. Andy, when are you going to bring in lumpia? Andy, when am I going to get to taste your mom's chicken adobo? Andy, hook a brother up. Let me call your mom and tell her I'm your new best friend and that you wanted me to try her food. And it didn't happen. He's not going to put it together. I'm a little disappointed, but you know, I'll find a way to survive. One thing we don't have, Omaha is a great restaurant town. We've got 1,000 restaurants. Many of them are quite good. When you think of Omaha, Nebraska, you probably don't think of worldwide cuisine, but we've got 3 or 4 good Ethiopian restaurants. You can get very respectable sushi here. Vietnamese, Thai, Korean. There's some actually good Chinese restaurants. There's one actually not too far from where I went to junior high school called the China Garden, and they actually have a chef from Sichuan province. If you know to ask for it, they have a special Sichuan menu where it's fairly authentic recipes. I mean, they've got stuff like Sichuan rabbit, pork stomach. They have an appetizer that they call boiled pork in hot chili oil, but what it actually is pork belly that's been braised, and then they slice it very thin and they serve it with garlic chili oil over the top of it. And what you end up with is a little bit chewy and a little bit salty and sumptuously fatty with the chili oil. It's every bite is just better than the last bite. It's a wonderful, wonderful appetizer. And it's just one of my theories is on each Chinese menu, the worse the description of the dish sounds, the better the dish itself probably is. They don't have to describe it well, because if you know what it is, you're going to order it and it doesn't matter. Definitely the case with that appetizer. I've had some really terrific dishes there. So for Omaha to actually have decent, fairly authentic Chinese food, if you know where to look, that's a big plus. We've got a pretty good Caribbean restaurant not too far from us. The Indian restaurants, we've had a number of them spring up that are doing more varied and authentic dishes. I've had goat curry at a couple of different Indian restaurants within the last few weeks. That's been nice. Big fan of goat meat. Don't know why Americans aren't eating more of it. It tastes like lamb, but without the smell. It's relatively inexpensive. It's sustainable. And it's delicious. Eat more goat, people. You're missing the boat. But also, if you think you've tried Indian food but didn't care for it, please keep in mind that India is a subcontinent with 1,300 million people on it, maybe more by now. There's probably 20 or 30 different regional cuisines, and each one of those regional cuisines can probably be broken down more specifically. When somebody says, "Oh, I tried curry, I didn't care for it," like saying they've tried barbecue and didn't care for it. There's just in the United States, and this is a minor example compared to how varied Indian food is, but you've got Carolina barbecue, which can be vinegar or mustard based. You've got St. Louis style, which is going to be sweeter, and it's going to be mostly focused on pork ribs. You're going to have Texas barbecue, which will tend to be a little bit spicier, and you're going to have more of a focus on beef ribs and on brisket. You've got Chicago style. You've got Memphis style, where you'll get like the spicy chicken and things like that brought into it. all of the different regional barbecues have different cooking techniques. Wet rub versus dry rub, different types of wood that they smoke with, different types of meat that they favor. Kansas City barbecue is different from Chicago barbecue, is different from Memphis barbecue. They're not that far apart geographically, but the cooking styles are distinct. So magnify that times 100, and that's Indian cuisine. So if you think you've tried Indian food, you haven't tried Indian food. It's you could go your whole life and not and actively try to experience everything there is to learn about Indian cooking and not get it done. It's that special. And the use of different seasonings and flavorings, it's not what Western palates are often accustomed to. So if you've only tried it once or twice and you didn't take to it right away, it might be something that you just have to give another shot. But yeah, it's really been nice trying some of the new Indian restaurants that are popping up and getting a lot more varied cuisine than just chicken tikka masala. So that's been fun. Utterly Complex says, I hear Omaha, I think of Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. What a great show. You know, I was laughing about that with one of the guys from work because he was talking about I'm going to say groundhog. He was chasing a groundhog out of his yard because they tend to dig and damage the lawns and things. And he chased it across the fence, and his neighbor's dog came running out and got a hold of this ground squirrel. And his kids were watching, and this dog just started ripping this ground squirrel to pieces. And he's like, come on, kids, let's go away. And the kids were all upset watching this ground squirrel meet its untimely demise at the hands of the neighbor's dog. And, when we were kids, Mutual of Omaha taught us, yeah, wild animals are wild. They're not pets. You don't try petting a tiger. Unless the tiger's been completely tranquilized and is unconscious. And animals eat each other. That's the law of the jungle. That's the way of nature. And kids today, we anthropomorphize animals in cartoons, and the kids' content about nature is a lot more idealized than it was for us as kids. And maybe that's the right thing to do, but at the same time, I kind of wonder, it's like, do kids really know how nature works? We see YouTube videos of, oh, look, this dog's taking care of these baby kittens. And it's like, yeah, that might happen 1 in 100 times. That's not the natural order of things. That's why it makes for a great YouTube video, because that's not what typically happens. And while we were discussing this, my coworker told me a story about when he was a kid. His cousin had just had a new litter of kittens, and they were hanging out with the kittens in the backyard and playing with the kittens, and the neighbor's dog jumped the fence, and my buddy was able to grab like 3 or 4 of the kittens and scramble up a tree, and that was all they were able to save because the neighbor's dog just went to town on the batch of kittens and killed most of them. That's unfortunate and probably was not pleasant to be there for, but cats and dogs fight like cats and dogs sometimes. Hence the expression. So, those are just some conversations that came up at work this week. And all the more reason why I'm lamenting not getting fed Filipino food. We don't have a full-time Filipino restaurant in Omaha, and I wish we did. I know we've got a strong Filipino community here. but none of them feel like being restaurateurs. I don't blame them. Being a restaurant owner is a dicey proposition and a lot of hard work. Mrs. Mustafa used to joke that we should open a restaurant, and I was like, yeah, liking to eat does not make you a good restaurant owner, honey. Go to Village Inn or go to Denny's and wash dishes for a living for a year. And if you're still really excited about owning your own restaurant after that, come and talk to me. That was my advice. She never took me up on it. But, the reality is if you own a restaurant, your dishwasher walks out, you're the dishwasher. If, somebody pukes in your bathroom, you're the guy who will likely get to clean it up because none of your hourly employees will want to. And at the end of the day, it's your restaurant. You can threaten, you can cajole, you can command, but if none of your employees want to grab the mop bucket and clean that up, somebody's going to have to do it. True for any business. When I owned my video game store, I tried to be a good shopkeeper, make sure I got there early, clean the glass on the display cases, clean the windows, vacuum the store, had everything nice and presentable. Not that I loved vacuuming, but or cleaning glass, but it was important to have a nice, clean, inviting store that we were proud to display our wares. No job is too small when it is your business. And if you own a restaurant, cleaning the bathrooms and washing the dishes is an important part. Nobody wants to eat in a restaurant where the bathrooms are dirty. That's an old cliche. You want to know if a restaurant's any good, go check the restrooms. And there's some truth to that. They're neglecting things like the restrooms. They're probably neglecting some things in the kitchen, too. Utterly Complex agrees 100%. Bacchus agrees that goat is awesome. Russ Chimp's wondering, what's up? We're just talking about goats and how delicious they are. Plus, you can milk goats and make cheese, and goat cheese is delicious. Regular plain old goat cheese is not particularly expensive, and unless it's been aged or seasoned, it generally just tastes like a cross between cream cheese and sour cream. I've added it to hamburger helper stroganoff before. I've been digging through the fridge. I'm like, oh, I've got this clump of goat cheese. I'll throw it in. Made it wonderful. Melted right into the hamburger helper and actually made the stroganoff taste like stroganoff. It was wonderful. Goes great on crackers, and you can do whatever you want with it. I think it would be better on a baked potato than regular old sour cream because it's cheese. But it melts well. It tastes great. I could see doing potato skins with goat cheese on them. That would be wonderful. And it wouldn't melt and get sloppy like the sour cream would. Now, it is true I haven't drank goat milk. When I get milk, I get plain old, good old, Holstein cow milk from the dairy aisle. Soy milk I've had. Almond milk I've had. I haven't had oat milk. That seems to be something they're pushing. And it's not that the stuff's terrible, but to me it's not creamy enough to be milk. When I buy milk, I tend to buy either 2% or whole milk. Whole milk, by the way, if you're worried that it's just outrageously fatty compared to other milk, whole milk is 3.5% milk fat. 2% milk is like 60% of the milk fat of whole milk. So there's not a huge difference as far as grams of milk fat per serving. But a lot of people think that, oh man, if you drink heavy milk, your arteries are going to clog and you're going to die instantly. And it's like not that big of a difference nutritionally. Russ Chimp says goats aren't bred the same here in the U.S. as cows or any other livestock, thus meaning the battle pass doesn't contribute to the Will Smith policies of the New World's interior design. Yeah, people are big on, the ethical treatment of animals, and rightfully so. There's no reason why a calf needs to be, kept in a cage its entire existence just so the veal is tender. You can have ethically treated veal that's still delicious. Which, if you're wondering why we eat veal, it's because male calves eat the dairy farmer's profit. So they need to get them to market as quickly as possible, because the longer they stay with their mother, the less milk the dairy farmers have to sell. So that's why we eat veal. But if you're concerned about the ethical treatment of animals, just eat proteins that can't be raised on a corporate industrial scale. The three most popular proteins in the United States are chicken, pork, and beef, because chicken, pork, and beef are super cheap and widely available, simply because they can be farmed on a massive industrial scale. If you buy rabbit, if you buy goat, if you buy lamb, if you buy mutton, if you buy quail, if you buy pheasant, if you buy duck, because of the very nature of how those animals have to be raised, they're going to be raised in a far more humane and ethical manner than chicken, pigs, and cows. I'm not telling you to don't eat chickens, pigs, and cows. I happen to love eating all three of those. But, mix it up. Try some different stuff. The rest of the world eats a lot more than just chickens, pigs, and cows. North American bison is delicious and extremely lean. You're one of those people who likes your steak well done. Yeah, don't do that with ostrich or buffalo meat. It doesn't have enough fat. And if you cook it much past medium, you'll just ruin the meat completely. You can cook a steak to medium well or well done. It won't be great, but there's enough fat there that it at least won't break your teeth off trying to chew it. You can't do that with ostrich. You can't do that with buffalo. In fact, I've talked about the local billionaire trying to get his bison restaurant off the ground, and they came up with a patented design to make sure that they only cook their buffalo burgers well done. Like, are you guys idiots? Do you not know the first thing about buffalo meat? But, who am I? Folks who like their meat well done, eating anything that's still pink in the middle is aberration. SKDX Killer checking in. Orban Kid says, my computer's too close to the kitchen. Singer! I just got done turning in all of that sub-faction stuff at Camp of the Host. Thank you for all of that, sir. Nerufine says, my understanding was it varies between 3 and 4%, depends on the dairy. Yeah, 3.5% being an average, I'm sure that's probably true. I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's not manufactured. God makes the milk. So, it's probably going to depend also not only on the dairy, but on the way the cattle are fed. And, it's like when you get a gristle on your filet mignon at the restaurant, it's like, well, don't blame the cook. God made the steak. You just got unlucky when they picked yours out. It happens from time to time. The elusive cap of Evangleam. This is a rare cooking ingredient. There's Evangleam all over out here, but it's the cap of Evangleam. They'll show up in purple text rather than white text. That's how you know you found the cooking ingredient instead of the common Evangleam. I need to get a bumper sticker for my war steed that says, "Caution, I break for caps of Evangleam." Pond says, we only eat wild-caught fish here, never a farm-raised fish. Yeah, if you've got plenty of wild-caught fish available, that is a great option. Yeah. It's tough to say. Farm-raised fish is a two-sided coin. I mean, on the one hand, farm-raised fish can be environmentally damaging. Large fish farms create pollution the same as any other large farm. The quality of the fish isn't nearly as good, but at the same time, supplying fish to the public at large, I think farm-raised fish helps fill a big gap. Like in Nebraska, we just don't have access to a lot of good wild-caught fish. We have it flown in, but it's in small quantities and it's expensive. Which is why when the missus and I go out for sushi, it's not uncommon for us to have to drop a lot of money to eat a nice dinner with high-quality sushi. There's a place here in town called Absolutely Fresh Seafood that flies stuff in for the better restaurants and the sushi bars. But if you're living in Nebraska, good fresh fish is not cheap. To be able to get farm-raised catfish, farm-raised salmon, farm-raised tilapia. Is it the ultimate dining experience? No. But if your choice is to eat farm-raised catfish or hamburger steak, the catfish is a lot better for you from a health and nutrition standpoint. So, it has its place. I think I'm done here with the Camp of the Host. I need to turn in this quest. And need to decide if I'm going to keep those essence boxes or not. Antler says, well, I'm off to bed. I got work in the morning. Me too. Picking up my last dose of overtime before I switch on Monday. Utterly Complex says, I read an article about the estrogen levels being incredibly high in milk. Never dawned on me about the obvious. It's literally breast milk from a female cow. Now I just pass on the stuff. Don't need my estrogen count going from 0 to 100 anytime soon. Yeah, it's not like I consume gobs and gobs and gobs of milk. It's just nice to have once in a while. And thankfully, I don't think there's enough estrogen in my milk to overcome my testosterone levels. Cotton says, I heard it's generally more healthy to eat meat when the animal is eating what it normally does versus feeding whatever you give it. Yeah, absolutely. Grass-fed beef, free-range chickens, wild boar tastes quite a bit different from farm-raised pork. I don't think I want to accept this quest right now. We'll decline that. Alright, so what am I going to do tonight? I'm going to cheat and go to Rems house. Lexard Morpheus decorated Rems house when he got it here on Evernight and put in some cool stuff. I, of course, also helped decorate it, hence the fishing trophies. But he's got a Mordor door and fishing trophies. And he's got a Blazon of the Great Alliance. Now, I have cleaned out Dingarth. And for those of you who've been watching on Wednesday, we've been Nazgul hunting the last few weeks, and I've been enjoying that quite a bit. Like, ooh, I can't wait to go wreck the Nazgul. Although I seem to have been a popular target, probably because I was the lowest level member of our group. As I mentioned, everybody else is 130 plus now. And I got insta-popped a few times, which make me happy, but when you're fighting the Nazgul, it's probably to be expected. I try to remember to zoom out if I'm doing mounted combat, so I don't make the viewers too dizzy. I thought I had some more quests to do out here, but I'm not so sure. I've got pages of lore to collect. He did not make it. Yeah, we'll just ride around and see what happens. Nothing else. I know I'm killing stuff that's basically on level. There's some Minas Morgul instances I could be running. Hard hit. Bacchus is without power. I was hoping maybe the three of us could run around and do some quests or something, but Bacchus is in the dark with a notebook, waiting for his electricity to come back on. You can really tell the difference with chicken eggs and the yolk bright orange if you know it's been running wild. Well, and with traditionally farmed chickens, I know they manipulate the lighting and do some different things to make the chickens produce eggs more rapidly, and that probably also affects the quality. I'm on if you need help. I don't know that I need help, but hanging out with friends is always more fun than questing solo. You want 130, right? Yeah. We're just trying to get this last level on me so we can do Remember Chant. This is quite the tent. Glamping in the Second Age. Who knew? Can't imagine what a pain in the tuchus it would be to put that tent together. Just looking around seeing if there's any quest givers I haven't talked to. Hey, look who it is. Blazon of the Great Alliance. So what should we be doing to get a level on Mandalinia here? That is the question of the hour, hard hit. I seem to have finished all the quests here. I don't see anything sticking out at me. The only thing I've got flagged is Lost Lore. Question I tag along or runs. We may as well do runs. I'm just lost on my quests. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Try another city? Maybe. These days some can't live without power, but I just generally think about how throughout history no one had power for thousands of years. I could live without if I had to. Some quests are landscape triggered. Okay. We can do that, or I was thinking, I mean, if nothing else, we can do the Harrowing and Shadow Roost. Just the two of us, we should still be able to get through it. Why don't you lead on? We'll find some landscape triggered quests, and if we can't find any, we'll go run Shadow Roost and the Harrowing. And figure out something from there. You the boss. I should be in charge of nothing. And if Mrs. Mustafa hears you say that I'm the boss of anything, it will probably enrage her.
How many quests do you have throughout here?
None. That's the problem.
No. You should have it started in your deed log somewhere. Quest of Minas Morgul, I think, or something.
If they're under Minas Morgul,
Not Menace, whatever.
Mordor Besieged, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I've got is Lost Lore.
Maybe, okay, then check your completed. You might have done all the quests out here. You've been questing out here a lot?
Not a lot. But I've done some questing out here solo, and then, we've been doing stuff as a group, and we've been picking up landscape quests as we tripped across them.
The only way did you do all the bounties and stuff? Because the only way I was able to finish all the quests out here was to get the bounties too. The bounty board.
I don't think I've done any of the bounties. One of the issues
Like
I'm going to
those?
run into is I'm at 47 of 50 on my active quests. I really need to be flushing some of this stuff.
What, do you want to work on what you have then?
We could. I think that'd be boring as hell, and
Let me
it's
see.
not in this region.
Let me see. I think there's only 3 bounties here. Let me check
Okay.
the bounty board real quick. Because they're all kind of on this side. We can do those.
Yeah, Mordor Besieged, it looks like I've got about 20 of them done.
20 of what? Of how many?
20 quests done. I don't know how many.
Oh, it doesn't say. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably sit here and analyze it, but I'd rather just go to the bounty board and get started.
Yeah, I lost the
Here we
damn
go.
bounty board. Where the hell is
It's
it?
right here.
There
I'm
we
right
go.
by it,
Oh,
yeah.
right by it.
Okay, Wargs and Arendor. Orthmog triplets. And orcs. I always say, if you're killing orcs and wargs in Middle Earth, you're doing it right. Let's go wreck some orcs and wargs. Orcs and wargs. Orcs and wargs.
I forget what they are, and I already did them, so I can't pick them up. I thought I could, but they were invisible. You have the one with 2 orcs here. I'll let you lead. I'll follow your arrow.
Okay.
If you need something, I'll track it.
Pointing to
Is there any-
wargs and packmasters, but it's the opposite.
They're on the other
direction.
side. Yeah, they're on the other
I'll
side.
switch to orcs. Let's go find orcs.
All right.
Orcs.
You shall
is,
be here to the left.
Yeah.
If you haven't been over here yet, there might be some pop-ups in there. I forget, or something triggers.
Okay.
I remember getting sent over here too.
One. You're not even an orc. Quit fighting me. There we go. How was your week, hard hit?
That was all right. Too long.
Yeah, it has been a long week. I don't think there's a lot of Slayer deeds out here either, are there?
Beast. I believe it was a Beast one. I think it was like a one that went to a final. I think it's a first, second, and a third on those. Thought the wargs had one, or maybe they're part of the Beast. There's a couple out here. I think the orcs are one also.
Well, orcs and wargs, there usually is. And in fact, I still have a warg Slayer deed that's active. I may have completed the orc one.
Hover one, it'll tell you.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't murder one too quickly. No, it doesn't look like I've got a Slayer deed, just the quest at hand.
Okay. You probably finished it.
Yeah. Here's
You
one
kill
of the...
so many of them out here. That's probably why there's a final. 'Cause I'm pretty sure there's 3 of them.
I think this is one of the trolls we're looking for.
Okay, guys, figured you had that. Cool.
Okay, he didn't make it. And I might be done with the orcs. Oh no, I need to defeat orc lieutenants.
Okay, they're kind of inside the camps.
Okay.
See if I can track one.
Well, we got a pack master here. That's a good thing.
No lieutenant.
That's alright.
Yeah, they're up in the camps. There's a couple that wander around.
Okay, let's take care of these wargs while we're here. Okay, back to orcs. I'm good on wargs.
You still have a Slayer form?
Checking. No.
Okay.
We can leave the wargs alone. For Mordor Besieged, there's 50 quests for the deed, from what I remember. Thank you, Ponton. You just happen to be hiding in the grass. Ooh, a defiler. Let's murder him.
There's your lieutenant.
We got one?
Yeah, the pink. I marked him.
Okay. I don't see the pink mark.
He's back here.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Was that one of the trolls we needed? No.
No, he's in the back here, I believe.
Okay. These are just regular trolls.
That's one of them, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, no, that's not one of them.
Okay, he's back over here then, maybe.
Yeah, that one was just labeled champion of something or other. Oh, here's a lieutenant. He did not make it.
Another lieutenant ahead of us.
Don't need any more.
Oh, okay, cool.
Done with orcs. Now we're just murdering for fun.
Oh, you got your name troll?
No.
Okay.
But now that is my quest focus, so I should be able to lead us. Might be one up here.
Right here.
Yeah. Yep, that's one. Okay. I don't know if there's anything here I particularly want to loot. Our last named troll is just a couple 100 meters away, straight north.
Yeah, he's on a little plateau, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Like a race to see which one of us can get our AoE attack off first. Don't worry, hard hit, I'll protect you. Oh, I see him up there now. Come here, Big Ed. Murder me. Murder me. All right. There we go. Okay, well, those 3 bounties are done. Now where to?
There should be, I think there's bounties in every place, if I remember correctly. Or there's 3 sets. I know there's one at a camp, and I think there's one in, I don't know if there's one in Dingarth or not.
A lot of wards right here. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bounty board in Dingarth. Is that where we want to go, Dingarth?
You can, or you go to Adamville and travel there. Either way, we could ride there.
We can ride there. Right up here. We could Gussie Moose it and just use a mithril coin to travel there.
Right?
If I were the bounty board, where would I be?
I know there's one in the next town over. I'm not sure if there's one here or not.
I'm sure there is. Soldiers. Okay, maybe there's not one here. It was worth the old college try, though.
Yeah, you can go over to Ed Hill though.
Okay.
I know there's one there. Then there's one at that camp way to the east. That little outpost.
So where did we pick up the? Was that Adam Bell?
The one we just did, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got Bartost and ECAD and Ellendale.
Yeah, go to Eckett. And it's right here.
Okay. If I'm on Stable Master's horse, I'm probably taking the long way. If I were the bounty board, where would I be?
You see my arrow up here?
Yep, I'm with you. Well, there's a bunch of them here.
I think each board has all in the same area. So if you can only get one, just get them off the same board.
Let me see if I can free up one slot so I can pick up all 4 of these.
Okay.
Alright, Black Numenorians, captains and soldiers. And trolls. Oh, there's a quest here too.
All right on.
You got for me. Oh, I can't pick it. Well, I can pick up one of them. Fallen soldiers, scouting Parth, Dana.
Are you able and ready for battle? Do not stay idle, for there is much to be done.
Let me see if I can find something else that would be easy to dismiss.
Yeah, I think all those are northeast of us.
Squirt in the woodland. Purifying the Mirkwood. Both of the Rangers. Warfolds.
Be quick in your tasks.
Okay. But for some reason I had the quest for that 6-man that we did. That's not a very good description, is it? I was like, I probably don't need to save the quest for that because we ran that a couple of times successfully and I don't need to worry about it. Where we had to take the boat across.
Still drawing a blank.
Depths of something something. How did Parth Danath, 1 of 6. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's all up here to the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, there's trolls here to kill, though.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're within zone of something else, too. Might be trolls.
Probably the trolls. Might be some of this camp up here.
All right.
I know there is.
We're gonna make them pay. Ooh, pop-up quest.
There you go.
First cages. I haven't been able to pick up the pop-up quests. It's a special named troll. He's still counted.
Now, see if we knock these trolls out and you can get that pop-up.
Ooh, rare chest. We need to mark that down so that Bacchus knows to come here. Yeah, we were discussing it on Wednesday. Apparently Bacchus is not a fan of the rare chest quests.
Right.
It would have let you live, too. I don't see any trolls up that way. You got some back here?
I killed one. You should have got credit for it.
You didn't notice?
Back again. Looks like they're all dead.
Yep.
There's a couple, I think there's like 3 or 4 here, and then there's another camp. I think if you look at your map. So we can wait for them to spawn.
Yeah, it's just the pop-ups keep popping up, and I'm like, oh, did I finish a quest? No, but it wants me to take another one. Starting to aggravate me. Like the game is taunting me hard hit. Like, I'm Big Ed. I have too many quests. Man. Quit making fun of me. Just trying to play Lotro. What's in this other camp up ahead? Big, scary, dark walls.
Well, up in there? Yeah, we gotta go in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's probably a troll or two up in there. Maybe some Easterlings to murder. Ooh, Black Numenorians. One! Oh, Mortarum Cultists, 1 of 10.
Another rear chest up here if you're grabbing them.
Okay.
I don't know if you can get them or not.
We need 2 more Black Numenorian captains.
These guys are deed, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a deed, but there was a quest. I need to kill 10 of them.
Yeah, I think they're deed also.
Yeah. Well, they don't show up as a deed for me.
Oh, okay. Gipio checking in.
Hi, Gipio. It's my bad luck charm. I was playing The Witcher 3 on Tuesday and just rolling through the game like there was no tomorrow. And then Gipio showed up, and all of a sudden I just started dying left and right. Like, dang it, Gipio. Gipio wouldn't have it any other way.
Did you have like banners or anything in here?
There's more pop-up quests that I can't get.
Okay. Yeah, this is where you got to come to get some of your pop-ups in that other camp.
They blazed bright as stars, crimson and sapphire, and he too shone, silver white. This, then, was the unveiled wrath of the Eldar, not seen in Middle-earth since the Elder days.
Just looking around, seeing if I missed any pages or anything. I was surprised to find that one sitting there. I just want to see what else I missed. Maybe not much. I think we've been through here. Let's go find a black Numenorian captain somewhere and make him pay. Of course, that's just one little wing of this complex, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
more on the other side. Okay. Another stark white page. Captain Odie checking in.
Silence fell upon the Dagolad as Gil-galad raised his hands and spoke words of power. Lachalagos dan in enin vian.
And how'd your show go at the airfield? Holy cow, have we not talked since the air show, Captain Odie? It was off the charts. It was amazing. Everything I promised would be there showed up. We had powered paragliders flying before the air show even started. Air show kicked off at 11:45. We had powered paragliders flying around in the park at like 10 after 11. We had turbine-powered jets, turbine-powered helicopters. We had big, cool scale planes. Two of the guys flying giant-scale aerobats with twin-cylinder gasoline engines actually had a mid-air, and one of the TV stations was out there filming and caught the mid-air on camera and broadcast it on the news that night. We shattered our all-time record for fundraising. Last year's record, $7,100, was the best in show history. We did $10,000 this year. They'd basically sold out of food by 3 p.m. The Mustang raffle went gangbusters. I did get some numbers broken down by category. We did over $2,000 in concession sales. The Mustang raffle raised over $5,000, and thanks to everybody's efforts who donated to the fundraising effort here on Twitch, we had a record $1,600 raised from the raffle. Those are the raffle prizes that you guys bought. I kept telling you that for every $1 you donate, we'd be able to donate $3 to Make-A-Wish, and we actually did slightly better than that. Your $500 resulted in $1,600 raised for Make-A-Wish of Nebraska. And all of the proceeds went directly to Make-A-Wish on the raffle sales because we had the prizes prepaid for. And in fact, I couldn't spend all of the money that we raised. We did all the shopping, bought a bunch of cool prizes. I had rattled them off on my own channel, what exactly we got. But the long and short of it is one of the other club members gave us $100 too. And I turned $42 back in that we were unable to spend. It was fantastic. I got interviewed and was on 2 of the 3 local newscasts who covered the event. And we had both a LifeNet medical air ambulance land in the park, and then on the opposite side of the runway, the air ambulance was on the north end, and on the south end, the Omaha Police landed Able 1. And So we had 2 full-scale helicopters come out and land at the end of the show at 4 o'clock. I mean, it was everything we could have hoped for. It wasn't quite perfect, but we were just firing on all cylinders. Something else that went really, really well, I showed off the big plastic tubs that I bought the toffee crunch popcorn in. Just walking around and making those donation jars available, we raised $1,000 in just cash donations, not from people buying food or raffle tickets, just handing us cash money for Make-A-Wish. I mean, it was just extraordinary. It was great. The people of Omaha were very generous about supporting the event, and it was truly a blessing. And if you hadn't heard the story, I interviewed the young lady who had received a wish. We have a Make-A-Wish family come out and talk a little bit about their experience and what Make-A-Wish did for them and their family. And this young lady, 8 or 9 years old, just cute as a bug's ear. Her name was Aspen, and they have a farm in North Bend. They live just outside town, and they have chickens. And when this girl was sick with cancer, her sister would buy her a chicken. If she had to go to the doctor, her sister got her a chicken. If she had to have surgery, her sister would get her a chicken. If she had to go in for a treatment or radiation or chemo, her sister would buy her a chicken. That was just the thing. So at one point she had 100 chickens, and her wish to Make-A-Wish, she wanted a chicken coop playhouse where she could go do her crafting projects and hang out and have a space to play all her own. And they built her chicken coop playhouse and fully outfitted it, and it was very moving listening to her mom Chris talk about their experience and how wonderful everybody was. And the day they went out to build the playhouse, the sheriff's department gave them a police escort, and they were like, yeah, we barely see any traffic on our road all day long. So you can imagine how shocking it was to have a traffic jam outside of North Bend, Nebraska. Hey, look who's here. Somebody finally got their power.
He's got raided too.
Nice. Hello, Raiders. Hi. Benny McFinger checking in. Hi, everybody. He gets a big shout out. Benny not only streams Lotro, but he does some iRacing. There's always some fun stuff going on Finney's channel. Be sure to check that out. Good to see you, my friend. We were just talking about the big Labor Day Air Show, which I'm always talking about. But Captain Odie hadn't heard how things turned out. The weather was great. The crowd was great. The club was firing on all cylinders. You know, the dumb part about it, as good as we did last year, I don't know that we remembered to get donation buckets ready to go. There's just a lot of little details. Like, can you imagine not collecting $1,000 because you didn't have a couple of plastic jugs with Make-A-Wish logos on them to pass around at the event. Little things like that make a big difference. And in fact, our club treasurer, Unprovoked, walked by the raffle tent and was like, wow, you guys really did good on the raffle prizes this year. Thanks to you guys, we were able to spend a little bit extra and really dress up the raffle table with a lot of cool stuff. And it paid off. The best we'd ever done on raffle ticket sales that I can remember was maybe like $1,200. So we exceeded that, and I mean, that's gross. That was before paying for the raffle prizes. So not only did you guys pay for the raffle prizes, but because we had so many cool prizes, we sold more raffle tickets than ever before. I mean, hundreds more raffle tickets than ever before. It was really, really good. Hey, I finished a bounty.
You still need a captain?
Egg and Co. Yeah, I think I'm looking for captains still. I am. I need 2 more captains, Black Numenorian captains.
Oh, you know what? I think they're outside, aren't they?
Yeah. In fact, I've got the quest arrow pointing at them. I love the ones with old planes. Well, for those of you who have access to my Discord, I have links up of the news footage coverage. You know, when I say radio control air show, it's like, oh, is that like 5 idiots playing with toy planes out in the park? It's a big deal. It's, you know, I mean, it's 3 news crews and a police helicopter, big deal. You know, and to have the Omaha police land their helicopter at your airfield and then thank you for letting them be a part of your event, that feels pretty good. That was nice. And then, you know, you come back. I've got the last captain's the other direction. Apparently he's the closest one. So imagine coming back to work on Tuesday and it's like, what'd you do yesterday with your day off? Oh, I just chillaxed at home. Oh, I went out and, you know, worked in the garage. And it's like, really? Well, I got 75 pilots and 300 RC aircraft together, and I did a charity fundraiser for 1,500 spectators in the park, and we flew jets and raised money for Make-A-Wish, and I had the cops land and thank me for letting them be there. Oh, and 3 news crews covered the event. You know, that's a hell of a day off. Like I said, it's always a bunch of work. Yeah, now I can come in here and do some of these pop-up quests.
And the trolls should clear too. How many trolls do you need? 2?
Yeah, just a couple. Orcish supplies.
Invite for the baby roomkeeper, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I didn't get an invite to him.
Nope, unfortunately not.
Hey, Marcus.
She's healing harder.
Welcome to
You're
chat.
really low.
Thank you.
Is he low for you or just me?
He's a little low.
How's that?
The same. You've improved nothing. Your efforts were futile. We would like you to try harder and be more effective, please.
I don't know.
About the same. That's all right. Oh, Finney says, "What? I forget what server do you play on? Tonight we're on Evernight. I play on all of the free-to-play English-speaking servers. All of my accounts are free-to-play, so I'm not on any of the legendaries. But yeah, other than that, I've got characters everywhere. I consider Arkenstone to be my home server, but I haven't really played on it in months. Been mostly Crick Hollow on the new free-to-play account, and then Evernight on Wednesdays. Tonight we're on Evernight. There's a lot of talk about free-to-play and some of the changes they made. So I started a new account on March 25th, and I'd been doing a series called Free-to-Play Fridays here on Lotro Stream, where I talk about how to play free-to-play and how to maximize your free-to-play experience so you don't have to open your wallet if you can't. We talked about all the benefits of actually being VIP and subscribing and why it's good, but if you can't afford it or you're not sure you want to commit to the game financially, some of the keys to free-to-play, and that was very well received, but it'd kind of run its course, so I changed the title back to Adventures After Dark, and you know, we're just mixing it up, doing some different things. But that free-to-play account, I've got 10 different characters on Gladden, Landreval, and Crick Hollow, and I mean, I streamed that. The only thing I did ahead of time was create the account, but I let chat pick the very first character. It was a Dwarven Champion on Crick Hollow, and I just fleshed out the roster of characters, built the crafting circles, figuratively speaking. And just been leveling up. I put a few hundred levels worth of characters together and got enough Lotro points earned to buy the writing skill and get a lot of storage unlocked. And there's so much content that comes with free-to-play now. You can really go a very long way in the game before you even have to start buying content. And when you get there, if you do it the right way, you won't have to buy it. You'll already have the Lotro points. Which was the whole point of the series. But I was just surprised that people were like, oh, free-to-play is so hard. Oh, free-to-play is such a grind. They make it too difficult. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So I demonstrated how I play free-to-play and why I don't have to Lotro points. But I've been accused of being a bit more patient than the typical gamer, so while my techniques are proven and work effectively, they may not be everybody's cup of tea. I understand that too. I've been hanging on Ark lately. Yeah, they've been making it available for free on the Epic Games Store. Oh, you've been hanging out on Arkenstone. I was thinking you were talking about the game Ark. My bad. I think Ark is still considered the best population for player versus monster player. But since I mentioned it, I think Ark is coming up as a free game again next week. When do they change those? Anybody remember? Is that Tuesdays? Where Epic switches out the free games?
I'm not too sure, I must be honest.
Zinger's usually on top of that.
Hopefully.
I just wait for the annoying pop-up that no matter how many times I tell it not to, it interrupts whatever I'm doing to say, hey, we got a free game. It's like, thank you.
Completed. Celebrated in the Great Alliance.
You done with trolls?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Still deeds, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, no. If there's a troll deed, I've completed it, apparently. In fact, the only active quest I show besides lore is Scout Parth Denath. I'm only at 1 point out of 6. Although if we went back to where we just were, I might be able to do those pop-up quests now.
I was to say, we can get those up there. I'm just thinking that. What do you need in here, Bacchus? You need stuff here?
I'm just following around and picking up whatever.
Finish it. What else you need in here? You need more cages?
I don't think so. Nope, cages I've got.
Trolls? Oh no, trolls are bounty. We won't have that one, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure I've done everything that needed doing in here.
Alright.
The other good news is you're now at regular volume again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you do sound better.
Weird.
Yep.
Captain ID, sorry, just saw you asking. Doing okay, thanks. Just having to deal without having power on a regular basis at the moment, unfortunately.
Penny says there's an RC airfield pretty close to my place. Very cool.
That must be an annoying time, too. Isn't everybody getting ready then? Is it like 6 or 7?
Well, the power's just come back on at 6, so... Normal people would not have been affected by this, because it was off from 0400 to 0600.
You're normal, you're abnormal.
I'm a little abnormal.
That's the best kind of normal.
No. I get up a little bit early to spend time playing computer games at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And talking to your idiot Yankee friends.
Yep.
There's a way out of this camp somewhere, isn't there?
Yep. Just
Yeah,
head
keep-
to the east or the south, or turn right. Yep.
Yeah, you can jump these rocks right here.
The orcs worked hard to landscape this place, and I don't want to wreck it by jumping over the rocks. That would be wrong. Shrines to Sauron. The coffers. Cultists.
Ah, you have made a level already. Congratulations.
Who did?
You did. 129.
No.
Yeah, last night or
Yeah.
whatever.
A while ago, yeah.
That was Wednesday.
While I was.
Oh,
I'm
power
sure you
went
were
out. Yeah, you
128.
weren't with us.
Yeah, that was rather annoying.
We did our best to carry on and have fun without you.
Well, I hope you managed. I would hate to be the one that caused festivities to come to a close.
Well, we were doing the roost. It was me, Gore, and Hard Hit. And I started getting drowsy to the point where I accidentally walked off a cliff while we were doing the shadow roost. I've done dumber stuff, but
Don't forget
Oh,
that
don't worry.
rare chest.
Certainly not the only one.
Don't forget that rare chest, Bacchus.
I don't really care about the rare chest, but anyway.
we know we were making fun of you before about it.
They're not very rare. There's a lot of them lying around, and they've got crap in them. So yeah.
But the later ones have shards.
Yeah, they're not as valuable as a Traveler's Steel-bound loot box.
Nope.
Those are the most precious thing in the whole game. The First Rider. Scourge of Mordor.
Yeah, that's one of the Nazgul.
Okay.
If he's close enough, you pick him up. You can drop that or not accept it.
I wasn't able to get it because I'm not full on
Okay.
my quest tracker.
Yeah, he pops up in this corner sometimes.
He's that close, huh?
Yeah, depending where you're standing. Or where he's standing. So yeah, I just got it too. And by the way, don't ever pick that quest up unless you're going to do them all because you can't drop it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is good advice. I know I've clicked on more than 2 coffers. Why am I only at 2 on coffers? It's annoying. Alright, I think I cleared this side.
You get everything you need, Bacchus? You still pick
Checking now.
Cool.
Nope, there's another statue here.
right past a statue of the Dark Lord. I'm not a smart man.
Not all of the coffers have anything in them, and it only counts the one that have.
Okay,
got
that
something.
makes sense then. It's pretty annoying.
Just a little.
So maybe we should do a poll. Tomorrow's my last day at work. Should I go by the Asian market, buy some durian fruit, and leave it in the fridge in the break room?
That does seem a little cruel.
Well, I like a good prank, and I won't be around to have to smell it, so. Am I pronouncing it right? Durian?
I believe so, but I am not an expert.
It's a fruit from Southeast Asia that's so stinky it's forbidden in hotels and on airplanes.
It's like that Swedish fish. Or Norwegian fish, or whatever the hell it is.
Lutefisk?
Strum something, I think.
Yeah, I think they cure it in lye to preserve it.
Oh.
It's dried and soaked in lye, and then you have to rinse it like 3 or 4 times to make it edible again.
I shall have to look up the wiki page. It's the kind of thing when you pop the can, it clears the room kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. You know, Potton was talking earlier about life without electricity, and that was, you know, coming up with ways to preserve food was a challenge back in the day.
Yep. You ate it quickly.
Or you figured out ways to, maybe you'd make it stinky, but at least you'd be able to eat it 3 months from now.
I think we might need to go back inside the big building up at the top.
Yeah, I was headed there already.
Yeah.
Without electricity will be coming all too soon. Or all soon enough, yeah. There seems to be a movement. Powers that be have decided the unwashed masses and useless eaters don't need electricity. I have searched 10 of 10 coffers. I need 3 shrines to Sauron. There's one
there's
up
a couple
here.
around the.
Yeah, they're up here on the balconies.
You just lost one of your tunes. Or did you log her out?
Oh, she's still here.
Oh, it's weird. So she's offline. She might have lost voice, or not voice, but the chat.
No, she's.
Chat glitch.
The Lone Ranger checking in. Hello, Lone Ranger. For Bacchus, unfortunately, Captain Odie, that time is already here.
Up to 6 hours a day at the moment.
That is rough.
Your power's out 6 hours a day?
Yep.
Wow.
Alright. Store the supplies in a chest at Ekad and Edel. I've still got 5 more points to scout. Watch Europe as it freezes over. Let's hope it's a mild winter. I know Bacchus and I have slightly differing opinions, but at some point, hopefully the world will realize Russia bad, Ukraine good is a little too simple of a narrative, and maybe we should all start getting back to normal.
Oh no, normal is good.
Normal is good. Nobody else needs to scout Parth Denath?
Well, lead the way.
Okay. I'll try to share the quest real quick. Let me do that at least.
Nah. Oh, there we go.
It's already completed it.
Yep.
Alright. This will probably drag us in front of all the Nazgul.
Oh, I'm sure we can kill him if we need to.
Yeah, we could remount him.
Oh, okay. Because that a named Sullock? There were just two of them so close together it looked like it was double named. What is that I'm seeing? Oh, I think I have a quest for these fallen soldier whites. I do.
Oh.
Rest in peace, friend. Oh, and elf whites. Let's see, is Bacchus here? I can try sharing these quests.
I am here, just catching up.
Okay.
The runekeeper decided she really wanted to run over the discovery point for one of those scouting quests, like 4 times before it registered.
That happens sometimes. Alright, let me see if I can share a quest or two.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. You're right in the zone now. Hard Hit basically murdered them all right before you got here, though, so...
I'll probably end up coming back and finishing it at another time.
I know, I just wanted to throw him under the bus for something. He's actually logged... If he's logged in and helping me, I can't time him out, so I have to, you know, needle him in other ways.
Noble pursuit.
Here's an elf white.
I think there's another one. Yep, here's another one.
I tracked one too. No, he's down a ways.
Ponton says, need to be off for now. Have fun storming the castle. Ponton, take care. I also have more tragic news. I'm being dragged to a wedding tomorrow. So the Apex Legends stream that I promised will also have to wait.
That's very unfortunate.
Right, darn.
I promise there will be swearing and bad behavior. It just won't be happening tomorrow. It'll probably be from Bacchus, and it'll be during warships on Sunday night.
Well, if I have power, yes.
If you have power. Yeah. If you don't have power, there will still be swearing. It just won't be heard by a large group of people.
Yes. There will be a lot of swearing.
I'm missing one elf white.
Me too. They're normally down towards that little ruin there near the camp. Off to
There's
our
a fallen
east.
soldier white.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Nothing here.
Hmm.
You in the right area?
Yeah,
Okay.
they just need a respawn as well.
There's only 3 things on my tracker.
You can only find the soldier. Here we go. For example, Soldier White. In this area. Down towards that other ruin.
There you go, on the tracker. South. And another.
There's an elf white.
There's 2 on the tracker. Might both be up here. And nothing. We passed him. He was behind us. Welcome back, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, Nick. More patrol points ahead.
Got a Soldier White down here.
And there's your last elf.
Does that count for you guys?
I'm done with them.
Anything else?
Oh, just scouting, I think.
Okay.
I needed to kill some Easterlings. Oh, Beastmasters in particular.
I'm just going to grab the last exploration one that I need. It's just up to... Ah, well, here's a Beastmaster right here. Where I am.
Ooh, stark white page. Hope you guys are having a good night.
Another
thus
one
far.
across the road here.
A vast column of fire and rushing wind that fell like a hammer.
Say again,
from the
sorry,
rack
Ed?
above.
Another one. Oh,
Oh, I just picked up another page. Okay, I've got one last point to scout.
And another Beastmaster here if you need.
Yeah, I need this last one. Four on Beastmasters. Alright, let's get that last scouting point. Feeling any better lately, Nick? The fallen soldier, White. I'm probably ready to ride back to ECAD or Edel. Anybody need anything else before we head in?
I do not believe so.
Okay. And we ride for that one place. And for glory.
You guys are still using
Mighty
13
friend.
essences, right? 13?
Not really.
I was going to say
Maybe
using
now.
using might be a strong statement. I don't think I'm using any essences. Might have a piece or gear of two where I'll cram one in occasionally, but not anything I've been paying a lot of attention to.
Alright, I'll mail him the zinger.
There you go. Zinger will appreciate that. The rest of us are just ungrateful heathens who don't care. We're not a collector or a connoisseur of essences like Zinger. It's a stark white page.
Yet to dawn both, Elrond said. Never did even the mightiest of the Gwaithie Myrdain dare to wear two, but Gil-galad's mind was set, and he would not be swayed.
The end of the war will come.
I might need to vendor a thing or two.
Ed, you always need a vendor, a thing or two.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Cheeky Threndwell that he doesn't remember me 3,500 years later.
What was that?
Threndwell.
Oh,
It's a bit cheeky he doesn't remember you.
does anyone want any morale pouts?
Thanks.
Pass, thanks.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Do we not already have a stack of ancient sword cheese? Oh, I filled it. Okay. Well, that would make sense then.
Excuse me.
That is really annoying.
What's up?
Oh, I got 6 open pack spaces and I still can't open these rare Mordor treasures. Like, have they not seen my bags? I'll just
Yeah,
ditch
it's funny.
these.
It's funny, even if you have items that would stack with it, it still won't open unless they're free spaces. Kind of
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah, I agree with that.
Brighter days are upon us.
That is part of why I don't bother with rare chests. It's just not worth it.
Like I say, the end game ones give you 3 shards each. Kind of worth it if you're looking for shards at all.
The Gundabad chest.
Last 3 areas, yeah, the last 3 areas, I think.
Okay, I was about to say, I haven't seen a shard out of a single chest throughout any part of Gundabad so far.
No, the last, like I say, the last 3 areas. It's 15 times 3, 40. It's 45 shards.
I'll have another look. But I've picked up a chest or two in those areas, and it was the same scholar materials.
No, yeah, the lower ones are always the same. They're all just mats.
Yeah, like I say, including in lofts and so on landscape.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Be quick
That's
in your
that's
tasks.
Welk,
Do not stay idle, for there is much to be done.
Carbronic, I think. I forget the last three. Those last three highest areas.
Well, shoot. I got a little bit of a late start, but I am going in tomorrow to pick up some more overtime. This is probably a good place to start, or to pause. But, I appreciate you guys running with me. I don't know I got a whole ton of experience done. But, I am not much closer. Hopefully I can get a little more playtime between now and Wednesday.
Well, as much as I know you don't enjoy them, missions are a very good way of getting XP.
Okay. Well, I haven't done a lot of missions. Let's run a mission real quick and see how we do.
They are
Same
2 men
level.
only though, so.
And same level only.
So,
Well,
so-
whoever starts the mission, it starts at their level. So, yeah.
inventory management, say it ain't so. You know it, Gipio. Again, Gipio, I had to announce Mrs. Mustafa's dragging me to a wedding tomorrow, so I will not be streaming Apex tomorrow. Soon, though. Whatever that might be. Alright, I'll stick with my initial instincts then and go ahead and call it a night here. You guys don't have to go home. Let's see if we can find a friend to raid. El Galadwin is up and running. Cool Kyle Live is streaming Lord of the Rings online. That's a rare treat. I am tempted to go raid him, but we generally raid fellow Lotro streamers, so let's go say hi to El Galadwin. You get a hankering to go say hi to Cool Kyle, though, nobody would blame you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yep,
I'll be
thank
on
you.
my channel tomorrow night at some time, but it won't be Apex Legends. I might be doing Lotro again. We'll see if we can get Mandalinia the rest of the way to 1:30, and then Sunday night shooty boats. Come by and say hello. Take care, everybody, and let's go say hi to El Galadwin.
Cheers, everyone. Excuse me.